Hello there, boys, girls, and free inhabitants. Sorry for the long absence. We have been taking a short break, but after a few days, we decided, to come back and get started on our newest video, which is going to be, we're going to go ahead and do our impressions of Dark Souls 3, the trailer that's out there, which is pretty exciting for both of us. I think Dark Souls as a series is the most exciting thing in gaming right now, and a lot of people would agree with me. The new trailer just reinforces that what Miyazaki and his team are working on is definitely some of the most exciting stuff that there is. But yeah, so before we get back to our usual incredibly super Gump programming, we decided we'd go ahead and just throw out our impressions on the internet in a really unorganized fashion. So the first thing about the trailer and the gameplay that we've seen so far that I realized was obviously that the game is a lot faster paced, which is something that I think they took from Bloodborne, and I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know about you guys, but after playing Bloodborne and then going back and playing Dark Souls 1 and 2 a bit, I realized that without a change of pace, it would actually have bothered me quite a bit. So I'm excited to see that From Software agreed and felt the same way. Let me know how you guys feel about that. If you feel differently, put it in the comments. We'll have a discussion about it. If you feel the same, let me know you feel the same, or don't say anything. So, moving on though, past just the pace of the game itself, then there was the interesting little element. When I first saw the video, I noticed there was a cross or what looked like a sword on the top left part of the HUD, which was the main difference from what we were used to seeing with the HUD from the other Souls games. So I was kind of curious of what that was. Evidently, after some looking around and stuff, it's weapon arts. I'd like to learn more about these. I wish I could find more definitive information. This is a very cool thing because trick weapons were awesome, but still, I'll take what I can get, and I think that the weapon arts are a great idea to kind of, add some more intriguing elements to the Dark Souls combat system, which is already very good if they can keep the hitboxes tight and keep weapons and styles balanced. Few things not directly related to the trailer, definitely things that have been talked about. Apparently soul level matchmaking is back. These are just some rumors, guys, but I'm going to run through them real quick so we can kind of talk about it a little bit. Cloth physics still exist, and ragdoll physics will be back. That's pretty much, I'm glad about that. Dark Souls 2 is a little bit more boring, if I'm being honest, because of ragdolls not being there. Mechanically, the game will evidently, according to people who've play tested it before, or allegedly play tested it before, I'm not going to put my word behind this 100%, it's going to be similar to a combination of Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. Now that's very, very cool. I want to be really excited about this, but I'm tentatively kind of like keeping my excitement at bay. My initial reaction though is that sounds really good to me. The standard straight sword moveset apparently uses the Dark Souls 1 version, whereas the standard axe moveset uses the Dark Souls 2 version, interestingly enough. All exploits of Dark Souls 1 have apparently been fixed, like dead angling and toggle escapes. I'm trying to think of other things. Poise no longer exists, evidently, according to what I've been hearing. And then apparently you can free aim with throwable items, but the ability to turn mid-animation is greatly improved. So a little bit more, though, about sword arts, just to clear up. This is also some things that I've read. I don't want to 100% give you guys the impression that this is the final stuff, because obviously this game is very early on, but this is exciting information on that sword art thing that I was telling you about. So, sword arts are activated by pressing or holding L2. Type of sword art you perform will depend on your weapon, obviously. Pressing L2 with a short sword equipped would put you in a ready stance. While in the ready stance, your R1 and R2 attacks would change. R1 becomes a powerful uppercut, and R2 becomes a dash and stab forward attack. And then apparently, pressing L2 with a great sword combos instead of putting it into a stance. And it varies. L2 with a scimitar makes you perform a spin attack. L2 with a battle axe causes you to do a battle cry, and your weapon will do more damage after that. And you have 20 weapon art points available and visible in the game on the HUD. The attacks will use varying amounts of your weapon art points. And then for shields, your L2 would then be a parry, which would use weapon art points, evidently. So we'll see how this changes the balancing of the game. I'm really excited. Souls is pretty high up there on my list of favorite series. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Unless they screw something up on purpose, this is going to be awesome. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, if you got anything else to add, if you want to discuss it any further, if you know anything that we don't know, aside from the cool dragon that you saw in the trailer and some of the gameplay related stuff, I mean, if you got any lore speculation that we, don't have, I mean, we're not big lore guys. We're not gonna give you the Epic Name Bro or Vati Vidya kind of insider looks at things, unfortunately. Unless, until we get some more concrete information when the game is actually released. But, if you guys want to discuss those kind of things, we're definitely up for the discussion. So just like, comment down below, and if you like what you hear, subscribe. And we'll have more of this kind of stuff coming, as well as our typical playthroughs and all that good stuff. So have a good one, and stay Gump.